Alright people, so we are now back. So welcome to the second part of my series of video guides about Fahkumram. So this video is going to be all about Fahkumram's punishment, which is essential if you ever want to play him defensively. So we're going to start with his standing punishers. First off, we start with the 10 frame punisher 1-4. When this hits, this induces a ballerina spin. And as you can see, this produces a humongous plus 16 frame advantage. And Fahkumram can literally do whatever he wants after he hits this. Plus 16 is simply too much. They are unable to backdash or sidestep away. And also, any good player would not be stupid enough to press buttons in this situation. But if they still want to press buttons, Fahkumram can counter hit launch them with 3+4 or back forward 4. But if they want to respect and stay defensive, lows like down back 4 or down forward 3 are really good lows to chip them down. Also, back forward 4 still happens to remain a good option since it puts Fahkumram at plus frames on block. And also, if their back is close to the wall bounce move forward 1+2 also becomes uninterruptible. And remember, because 1-4 induces a ballerina spin on hit, this can be used to wall splat opponents. One very good use for this is after successfully stepping something at the wall. Because this punisher starts off with a jab, it is very good in whiff punishing any step move as long as it doesn't get interrupted by any additional hits. Normally, single jabs are too difficult to punish on whiff because they are too quick. But because this punisher also starts off with a jab, it can punish a whiff jab, just in time for you to get the wall splat. However, this move should strictly be used as a punisher because the second hit is a duckable high. It does have a mid mix-up with the move 1-1, but I do not recommend using it for this purpose alone. Forward 2-1 is Fahkumram's 12 frame punisher, and should be the go-to punisher for anything -12 or -13, such as hop kicks, Kazuya's down forward 2, and many more other moves. On hit, this move knocks them down and they can choose to get up instantly by holding back. If they don't do that or simply don't know that they can do that, then Fahkumram is guaranteed a free forward 1+2 for a total of 50 damage. Do not forget that this move also wall splats. But then again, this move should only be used as a punisher because it is unsafe at -12 on block and also has a duckable high second hit. For 13 frames, we have down forward 1-2. You never actually want to use this over forward 2-1 as your primary 13 frame punisher. But there are those -13 moves that recover crouching. And because forward 2-1 begins with a high, it is gonna miss if that move that you're punishing recovers crouching. So you want to use down forward 1-2 instead, for punishing -13 moves that recover crouching. For 14 frames, Fahkumram has back 1. And this one has very good range. You can use this to punish even Heihachi's Demon Uppercut as long as you block it close. The reason why this is a very good 14 frame punisher is because of the free follow-ups that Fahkumram gets after hitting this move. The easy follow-up is a simple 3+4 for a total of 36 damage. But what I recommend instead is getting used to doing the forward 2-1 follow-up for a total of 49 damage. And if you have rage, you can also use Fahkumram's upward 3+4 rage drive. But remember to do a slight pause because if you do the rage drive too early, it's not gonna hit. This move also happens to be an elbow, so you can also use this to beat parries and reversals. However, don't just recklessly use this move because it is launch punishable at -15 on block. So for Fahkumram's main 15 frame launcher, we have down forward 2-3. The range of this move is decent and it's not as bad as some characters' hop kicks. This move also tracks sidestep left, which is Fahkumram's weak side. That would be his right side, but will not track the other way. On block, this move is slightly unsafe at only -11, but still, the second hit is a duckable high. So be careful on just throwing this out against good players. However, Fahkumram does have down forward 2-1 to cover this move from getting ducked. So we now go to the crouching punishers. So for 11 frames, Fahkumram has the standard while standing 4. There is nothing special about this move. It just gives him +5 on hit and -6 on block. And it also tracks to Fahkumram's right side. For 13 frames, Fahkumram has while standing 1-2. This one should be your go-to punisher for blocking something like Heihachi's Twin Pistons, or Jin's down back 4, or Brian's Hatchet Kick. The first hit tracks sidestep right, or to Fahkumram's left side. And the second hit can still pretty much be hit confirmed, but the window is now much tighter than it used to be, and that was back in Season 3. But this move got nerfed in Season 4, so it is now difficult to hit confirm. So I do not recommend hit confirming this due to the difficulty. If you fail, then the second hit can easily be ducked and launched. So now for Fahkumram's launching 15 frame punisher from crouch, we have while standing 3. It is important to take note that this launcher also happens to be a jumping knee. Therefore, it can be used against lows and also parries and reversals. It is -13 on block. However, it does track sidestep right, and that is to Fahkumram's left side. Now we go to Fahkumram's whiff punishers. So because back 1 has very good range on its own, it becomes very good to use as a quick whiff punisher. However, you also need to be very careful of not being late with your whiff punish, because remember what I said before, this move is launch punishable at -15 on block. Back forward 4 has super good range and it will connect from as far as 3 backdashers away. This move also has very good tracking, and I don't even know why this move isn't listed as a legitimate homing move when it should be. And because of this, you never ever have to worry about this move whiffing if the opponent is a little bit off axis to the side. Since this move begins with a back input, it becomes very easy to do from a backdash by just adding an additional forward 4. And if you're good with your backdash cancels, this becomes very good to use since you just press forward 4 to punish a whiff. Or even just as a keep out move if they're trying to chase you down. You also never have to worry about this move when it gets blocked, because this move puts Fahkumram at a +6 frame advantage. And the added fallback animation makes it look like the stun lasts for longer than 6 frames, but it is actually no more than 6 frames. However, this move is still high, and it's also very bad on whiffs, so still be careful. So forward 1+2 is this big launcher uppercut, which has a lot of range. And this one would be Fahkumram's go-to whiff punisher whenever the opponent whiffs something big, like for example, wake-up kicks, and many more other moves that recover slow. This move also doubles as a ground hitter, and you can sometimes even launch an opponent who is trying to get up when their back is facing you. And also, before I forget, this move is -14 on block, so be careful. Forward 1+2 is the mid-wall bounce move that has a lot of range. This move is what you would rather use instead of forward 1+2 if and only if the opponent's back is facing the wall. But the advantage of this over forward 1+2 is that it's safe at only -7, and it's also easier to do because of the single forward input. Alright people, so that's it for this video. There's still plenty to cover about this character, but I'd like to cover them piece by piece in short separate videos. That way you guys don't get bored, and we can go further in depth. Alright, thank you for watching this. Stay tuned for part 3, and peace out.